Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Hairy Muppet. Welcome back to the Hairy Bash tournament. We're currently casting the first quarter-final series. It is going to be between our Zerg player, DemiLove, and our Protoss player, Sage, up the top side of the map. And the first game, quite awesome. We had a habitation station. Both players went for the gold nice and early. DemiLove went for it really, really early. Fast third over there. And he held on to it for quite a while, but the amount of pressure that Sage was putting on, with a lot of oracles, with a lot of zealots, he brought in the void rays eventually, and mortals, and all that sort of crazy stuff. And in the end, DemiLove, he went for Ling, and then Roach, and then Hydra play, trying to make something work, but the Hydras, in the end, just couldn't make it work. He had a ton of them, but DemiLove had a ton of zealots. He had a ton of void rays, and the void rays, as I've said before, going up against Hydras, you think the Hydras would work, but yeah, void rays actually do pretty well against them. But anyway, moving on, DemiLove, this is well, basically this is a single elimination tournament, so this is his last chance to show how good he is right here. And I mean, this is a quarter-final, so with 50 people signing up to this tournament, getting to the quarterfinal, getting to the final 8, I mean, it's awesome. So, actually, we forgot to do this last game. I meant to do it, but I forgot, so we'll do it this game. Talk about who these guys actually beat to get here. So, in the round of 32, DemiLove did beat a player called Explosion 2-0, and he also beat a player called Schnitzel 2-1. So, they're a little bit more of a struggle with Schnitzel, but still managed to push on to the quarterfinal. And going up top for Sage, he beat a player called Zanabi in round of 32, and beat a player called Ninja in the round of 16. Just clear victories for him, 2-0 all the way, and you can tell he's very confident. He's in a very good position in this tournament, and someone like Sage, I suppose you'd be looking at the bracket and you'd be like, all right, you'd expect him to be pushing on, I guess, to be right up the top. And based on what we saw in game 1, I mean, he was very strong. He's very strong, and I'm going to say DemiLove has his work cut out for him. We can see he's going for Ling speed a fair bit faster than he did last game, and I think that's definitely a good move, because there were a bunch of circumstances in the previous game where he had a decent amount of Lings, but without Ling speed, it didn't really give him the mobility that he wanted. So he's going to get it out a lot earlier, and that should really, really help him out with defending his second and third bases. I don't know if he's going to get a third base, but I'd say it's probably going to be pretty likely. Here we go, Ling, just more probe going around, having a bit of a look, having a bit of a scout. Not really seeing anything crazy. He's probably just scouting the third bases. Didn't scout this, but this has got rocks on it anyway, so nobody's going to go for a fast third over there, because it's basically just impossible. So, hey, we do have a third, and it is going to be going down at the typical location. I don't know about typical. I mean, this one is a pretty good location for a third as well, but it's a bit more open. But it's, I don't know if it's actually closer to the expansion. It's closer to the main, so if you've got a lot of flyers, it would probably be easier to defend this one, but yeah, this one, I don't know, it's not too bad. It's not too bad, so DemiLove should be able to hold on to that, but it is, of course, going to get scouted very, very quickly by Sage. Puts down a pylon there. I don't know what he's planning with the pylon, but whatever it was, it's, oh, DemiLove, dude, take it out. Little bit of a thingy-bob there. He thought he'd take it out, but in the end, there we go, cancelled it. It got right down to the wire, though. I would have expected Sage to cancel it, but he let it go. And I feel like if DemiLove hadn't pulled off it accidentally, then he probably wouldn't have been able to cancel it, wouldn't have had time. So anyway, the Ling's coming out. They see 5 Zealots grouped around the pylon. You notice the Zealot positioning right here. That is beautiful, because not only are they defending the pylon, but they take less damage from the Lings because they got their back up against the pylon. So very, very nice. The Ling's going here, but it's going to take them a million years to get... Oh, no, not a million years, actually. It's quite a lot of them. So this gateway is going to go down. Not much the Sentry can do about that. But, of course, the downside of this is that those Zealots are just going to be going nuts over here, taking out this expansion. There is nothing at all that DemiLove can really throw against these Zealots. And on the other hand, Sage can just put up a ton of Zealots, start sending the Zealots, and he can start to take care of these. So there's no base race that's going to happen here. I mean, DemiLove, his Lings are going to get pushed away, and the Zealots are just going to go nuts, because I don't think there's anything that DemiLove can really do about it. I mean, couple of Spine Crawlers. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's pretty good to start with. Maybe I need a couple more there. Queens with some transfusers. Got to be helping out. So, okay, alright. I'll give him that. I reckon he can hold off those Zealots. Taking out the pylon as well. Very, very nice move. And buying himself time for some roaches. So, okay. It's a good job by DemiLove. The unfortunate part is he's lost the third base now. And Mr. Sage over there hasn't really lost anything. He lost a couple of gateways. He didn't lose any economy though. And I mean, with a Zerg player, the hatchery is more than just economy. It's like serious macros, like serious production potential as well. And losing that, I mean, running it off 2 hatcheries at the 10-minute mark, not fun for any sort of Zerg player. So here we go, the Zealots coming out. If they go for this expansion, DemiLove may be able to hold them off. I don't know, these Spine Crawlers, I mean, if he transfuses them nicely, I feel like it's going to be good. But, man, if Sage goes for this base, if he takes this out, that is going to be bad, because DemiLove will be forced to cancel it. I don't think he can hold off these Zealots. There are roaches coming out, but I don't think it's going to be enough. He's going to have to cancel it. And the time he's losing on these expansions is just bad. It's very, very bad. And, oh, look at this, Mr. Sage. He's just going absolutely mental in this game. He really is going mental. He's not actually building up a massive macro. He's put everything into this force right here, and he wants to finish it right now. He's got the Zealots. He's got double Immortals. So he's thinking ahead of the game right here. He's got the Immortals ready for the roaches to come out. He must have known when he started building a ton of Zealots that, yes, roaches were going to be the answer. So he's got a couple of Immortals, and if you thought DemiLove was screwed before, it is nothing to how much he is screwed right now. I mean, the roaches, there is a very decent amount of roaches that have come out, actually. Quite decent, but if Zealots out the front and the Immortals doing the damage in the back, I don't know, man. I think DemiLove is pretty screwed here. And the roaches are getting trapped behind the force field, warping in some more Zealots for the front line. There we go. It's pretty much just all over there. The Immortals practically unscathed with a stupendous amount of kills each. 9 on that one, 11 on that one. That is just an absolute roach slaughter right there. And DemiLove has to give the GG. So, getting taken out in the quarterfinals. So, he gave it his best. We definitely saw some good plays from DemiLove, but Sage was all over him with the early Zealot pressure. Sage obviously doing some really, really good early Zealot pressure. It seems to be a playstyle which he really likes. And following that up with some nice Immortal play. We saw that previous game as well. Not so many air units this game, but I suppose this map wasn't as good for air. With the Habitation Station, there was the third base that was right out hanging over the lip. Easy to get to with air, so air definitely made a lot of sense. Here, it's just a long stretch of ground, so putting into more ground units definitely made sense. And yeah, he just came out and he just owned it. So congratulations to him for a very well fought battle, and I'm going to be really looking forward to seeing Sage in the semi-finals. He's going to be going up against one of 2 people. So there's Arthur, the Protoss player, and there's Petraeus, the Zerg player. So that's going to be the next quarterfinal we're going to be casting to see who goes up against Sage in the semi-finals, and it's really going to be awesome. So anyway, thank you very much for watching this game. I'll see you guys tomorrow for another Hairy Bash quarterfinal, so check it out. This has been Harry. I hope you enjoyed the inaugural series of games for the inaugural Hairy Bash. I'm very, very excited to be casting these.